Hello fellow YouTubers, my name's Mike. This is Extreme Automotive Addiction. It's not just a channel name, it's a way of life. Now today I want to share a story with you guys, and of course everything to an extent revolves around automotive on this channel, and certainly this does too, but this is a story. We're not going to go out and drive anything, we're not going to go to any car events, we're not going to do any projects on any of the vehicles or anything like that. The best I can give you is the vehicles in the background, so you can enjoy that. But as you can tell, or as you can see from the title of the video, I actually got to not only meet but spend a couple hours with Jay Leno yesterday. And I want to tell you guys really the story of how that came about, what happened, what caused that to happen. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen the picture that I did post just to prove it's real. No, it's not photoshopped. Hopefully I'm close enough to where you guys can see that and focus in on it. But that is me and Jay standing out in front of my, my friend Wade's garage. And the reason that Jay actually came in is because he ended up buying a vehicle off Wade. Now you guys know Wade. Wade's been in several videos before. Wade and I've known one another about 10 years. You know, he's like a brother to me. And the story is, as it goes, is that several years ago Wade bought a 1957 Chrysler Imperial. I was actually with him when he bought it, and you know, very original car, very honest car, unmolested car. But we always gave him crap because it's Mary Kay Pink. I mean, there's just no other way to describe the car. It's Mary Kay Pink. I think I've done some videos with it. It's been in the background. It's been in a couple videos that it might have been there. You could have seen it or what have you. You know, we always kind of picked on Wade and, you know, pink car, you're going to do your Mary Kay and that type of thing. But Wade believed in the car. And so as time went by, you know, Wade starts talking and he says, I really think that this car would be good for Jay Leno's collection. I think Jay likes these types of cars. It's a very honest car, you know, it's a very original car, and I would really like to sell it to Jay Leno. And all of his friends, I mean, all of us really were kind of like, yeah, right, you're going to sell it to Jay Leno. Sure you are. But Wade was persistent, and Wade was actually able to get in touch with Jay. And he and Jay actually talked about 15 or 20 times about the car and details about the car, and you know, Wade sending pictures and emailing him and things like that. And so lo and behold, Jay decides he's going to fly in and he's going to take a look at this car, and looked like he was going to buy it. So Wade lives up in Sonora, which is up in the foothills. You guys don't know California. It's a small town up in the foothills, about an hour and 20 minutes from here or so. And the closest airport is Columbia Airport, which is a very small airport, which the plan was for Jay to fly into that airport. And, you know, of course I kept bugging Wade. It's like, hey, you know, could you ask me if it would be okay if I'd be there? I mean, it's a chance to meet Jay Leno. Really admire the guy, really respect the guy, respect what he's done for the car hobby and the car enthusiast he is, the knowledge he has, and like that. And it's like, I don't want to mess with your deal or anything like that, but if I could just be there, that'd be really cool. You know, get a picture or what have you. And of course, you know, Wade's playing it cool. He's kind of like, you know, hey, this is like a business deal, and he didn't want to rock the boat, but of course he's, you know, very good friends with me and his friend Fred, which you guys have met Fred. Same situation. Fred really wanted to be there too. So as it turned out, it was not feasible for Jay to fly into Columbia Airport, just a little bit too small, so he was going to have to fly into Modesto Airport, which is much bigger. So since both Fred and I live down here closer to Modesto than Wade set it up to where we were able to pick up Jay Leno from the airport. Jay actually flew in with another individual of his that works with him. I believe he's his producer, Steve, very nice guy. So it ended up working out that we ended up picking them up from the airport. It was me and Fred's wife Melanie, and yeah, basically for a little over an hour I got to sit in the backseat of Fred's truck right next to Jay Leno and talk to him driving up to Wade's. And I've got to say, he is the nicest guy. He really is. What you see in the videos, what you see on his television show, whatever you've seen of him, that's him. He is just a very nice, very sincere guy, very knowledgeable about automotive. Of course, we talked a lot about that. But I really enjoyed it. And, you know, after maybe 15 or 20 minutes of getting over the shock of looking to my right and seeing Jay Leno, who's talking back and forth to me and answering questions that I'm asking and asking me questions and like that, it was like I'm just sitting here talking to just a regular guy that's a car guy that, you know, has the same passion as I do, and the same interests and the same values and what have you. And you got to say, I really enjoyed talking to him. Interesting facts, he has, if I remember the number correctly, he has 186 cars. I've got a long way to go here. He's got about 160 motorcycles, if I remember correctly. He's got a staff of 6 that helps him take care of everything, but all his vehicles are registered, they're insured, they're ready to go. The ones that aren't down, like we do have for projects and things like that, he can take them out and drive them. And it's phenomenal. And the greatest thing is that he has invited me and Fred and Wade and our wives down to actually go through his shop and take a tour and walk around, spend some time down there. And I tell you, I'm stoked. I told him about the YouTube channel. He said, absolutely, bring the camera, you can shoot video and everything like that. So just a super, super nice guy. And we're talking about a guy that, and I didn't know this, but he actually still performs. He does about 210 shows a year. In addition to the fact, we're talking about his stand-up stuff. And in addition to that, he's got the television show Jay Leno's Garage. He's got Jay Leno's Garage on, of course, YouTube. And I think he said he writes for like 2 or 3 publications. So the man is not sitting still. He's definitely very busy, very active, and again, very passionate about what he does. But I just really cannot say enough about what a nice guy he is. And it's always so refreshing and so nice to meet someone who, is obviously acquired a very high status in life, has done very well for themselves, someone that you admire, because I do admire the man personally, but you just find out he's just a regular guy. He's just a very nice man. There was actually one point we were standing there in Wade's driveway talking, and some ladies drive by and actually recognize Jay standing there, so they stop, roll their window down, hey, Jay Leno, and everything like that. He stopped, walked right over, shook both their hands, how you doing, ladies, and everything like that, very cordial to him. And that's just the kind of guy he is. But no, Jay Leno, very cool guy, definitely a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I have to thank my wife so much. She was home, she wasn't feeling well yesterday, but she watched our little guy and took care of him, looked after him while I went off and did this, and it was really a great experience, and I just can't say enough about it. I'm really stoked. So yeah, so that's the story as it is. Definitely have some stuff coming up this weekend. Got a couple of car events I'm hoping to make. Got a Cars and Coffee at Winton, Ireland, which I went to last year. I took the Challenger. Really hoping to take the DeLorean this year. DeLorean is having kind of a difficult time on cold starts. It starts, but it runs really rough for about the first 5 minutes. We just changed a starter over in it, so I think there's a little issue there, but it's still, at least it starts, it runs, and after about 5 minutes of just keeping it revved up, it does settle down and runs the way it should. So plan on taking the DeLorean for its first outing. I think this Cars and Coffee will be an awesome venue for it. And then there's another thing going on Sunday, which I'm really hoping to hit. So I'm not going to say too much about it, but just in case for some reason I don't make it there, but I'm going to definitely try to make it because I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And then there's also a Cars and Coffee like that Sunday morning early before this event in Merced. So there's a lot of stuff going on this weekend. I suspect after this it's going to kind of die out. There's not going to be a lot of car events and things like that going on. The weather's starting to cool down. Days are getting shorter, so not going to be as much of stuff like that to do, but we still got projects and things like that with vehicles. Vehicles are going in and out. Still working on selling some vehicles and changing some things up. Still looking to work a deal with maybe a C5 Z06. With that, I'm going to end this video. I'm sorry for dragging on so long. Just very exciting for me, and I wanted to share it with you guys. But if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. Share the channel with anybody else who you think might enjoy it. Your comments are always welcome. Instagram PO box in the description below. Yeah, with that, God bless, take care, have an absolutely amazing day.